மேம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிருங்க மேம்.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணட்டா?
ஓகே.
ஓகே. எல்லோருக்கும் மாலை வணக்கம். அகத்திரு சேனல் சார்பாக உங்களை அனைவரும் வரவேற்கிறேன். டுடேஸ் ஸ்பீக்கர் இஸ் Saainirmala Raghunathan Perumall. I'll introduce the speaker. Saainirmala is a founder of Tranquil Gardens who has been working for years with mind technologies and are proven to bring out excellence in people's abilities and performance. After an illustrious career with international organization for over 20 years, she started Tranquil Gardens in 2008 to focus completely on empowering people in their professional and personal lives. She is highly passionate about bringing transformation into people's life through her therapy and counseling and through her workshops. She has done her M.Sc. in counseling and psychology, completed her master's in yoga and natureopathy. Prior to moving this field as a mechanical engineer from College of Engineering, India, Anna University, she worked in mechanical industries and software organizations. She feels, along with certification in Reiki, Tasso methods, past life regression, NLP, hypnotherapy, EFT, Silva Mind, Ultra Mind, systemic constellations, and psychology, her experience as a techie and people manager helped her in understanding the ways to tap the full potential of human mind while maintaining a good balance of professional and personal life. As a past life regression therapist and mindful living coach, she has worked with thousands of people to de-stress and regenerate and rediscover their life passions and living dreams with ease and peace. Now she is regularly conducting workshops on Reiki, mind mastery, NLP, and hypnotherapy, and mindful living based on chakra healing concepts. Today's topic is 7 chakras and endocrine glands, impact on psychology and emotion of energy and health through the eyes of a regression therapist. I welcome Saainirmala to start the session.
Thank you, Dr. Padmapriya, for this wonderful introduction, and also thank you to the Agathiru organization for this wonderful opportunity. Okay. So let me start with the what is that we'll be covering in this 1 hour. We are just we are going to cover what is the basically, and the chakra system is embedded into the aura, and it is part of our energy body, and in especially our 7 chakras. There are many chakras we have. So majorly we have 7 chakras which are very important for our well-being at the physical and emotional level, and they are directly connected to the 7 endocrine glands. This is the coverage for today's session, and with this we'll understand how to manage this chakras so that our well-being also taken care. Okay, so how the imbalance of one chakra affect the in turn affect the endocrine gland, in turn affect the hormonal system, and there are how people are suffering through various diseases. What we are just going to understand in this. Am I audible? No. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
So to understand the chakra system, yeah. So let us first understand what are we talking about this entire system. So no one is questioning about the soul. We are not this physical body. So we are nothing but the soul, mind, and body combination. So we are the integration, synthesis of these 3 components: soul, mind, and body. And we all understand, born and brought up in India, it comes naturally what is the soul? The soul is nothing but the jivatma, which comes into the being at birth. And the minute that soul leaves, there is no life. So that spark is called jivatma, and that comes and stays as long as a person is alive. So as per the Upanishad, Gada Upanishad, and the scriptures, it is there somewhere at the center of the chest. That is a heart chakra. And this is the highest vibrating component in any one of us. And this highest vibrating, the soul creates its own electromagnetic force field all around a being. That force field is known as aura. And this aura is also full of colors, lively. There are people who are gifted to see beyond what is a normal person can see. They could see the surrounding a person. The person is almost
Hello.
hello.
கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் அப்பப்ப தமிழ்லயும் பேசுறேன்.
Okay. So along with this, the Jivatma, it produces that force field. உங்களுக்கு இந்த soul component வந்து as soon as it comes into the body, அது வந்து ஒரு auric force ஒரு எனர்ஜி ஃபீல்ட பாடியை சுத்தி கிரியேட் பண்ணுது. அதுதான் நம்ம ஆரான்னு சொல்றோம். So in the aura, what is that? It is a force field. Okay, how it is created, what are its components, நம்ம இப்ப பார்க்க போறோம். Okay, so there are part of this chakra system. Totally, there are majorly many nadis, or the system is comprised of small channels through which the prana is carried. This prana is the one which completely energizes our whole being. And then நம்ம prana சக்தி இல்லைனாக்கா life force இல்லை. So அதனால தான் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, யாராச்சும் இறந்து போயிட்டாங்கனாக்கா நமக்கு வந்து சொல்லும்போது கூட அவர் பிராண விட்டாரு அப்படிம்பாங்க. பிராண விட்டுட்டாருனாக்கா போயிட்டாருன்னு அர்த்தம். வாட் இஸ் திஸ் பிராணா? அந்த பிராண சக்தி தான் பாடியையும் சோல் மைண்டையும் நம்ம வந்து இன்டகிரேட் பண்ற காம்பனன்ட் வந்து this prana. Okay, this prana comes through various channels and nadis. அது மெயினா அந்த 7 பிளேசஸ்ல அது அக்ரிகேட் ஆகி பாடிக்குள்ள போகுது. So that is what we call it as 7 chakras. அது வந்து ஒரு எனர்ஜி டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மர் மாதிரி it is there, almost it is converging into the spine. Okay, so we are going to see that now. So now, though it is it's part of our scriptures and all that, with the scientific advancement, there are a lot of Kirlian photography to latest the gas discharge volume solittu or camera which can take the aura photography. Even I have that the equipment also, because I'm very much interested in chakras, and I keep taking the aura photography of my clients before we start the sessions and after that. Adnala da ivlo conviction oda I can just talk about, along with the medication, how it is advisable to understand what is their mental and emotional stature. And the mental emotional components kuda நிறையவே வந்து அவங்களை இம்பாக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கு. சில சமயம் பிசிக்கல் இஷ்யூவா இருந்தா கூட அவங்க மென்டலி அண்ட் எமோஷனலி அவங்க கொஞ்சம் ஆட்டிடியூட் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணும்போது அந்த பிசிக்கல் ரெக்கவரி வந்து ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்ட் ஆயிடுது. ஸோ இந்த ஃபீல்ட்ல என்ன இருக்கு இந்த aura field வந்து, so as per our understanding, it is made up of 5 koshas. அது பஞ்ச கோஷாஸ் அப்படிங்கிறோம். 5 sheets. கோஷானா லேயர். So first வந்து it's a gross body, the physical body made up of anna. So இது உங்களுக்கு வந்து அன்னமய கோஷான்னு சொல்றோம். Surrounding the அன்னமய கோஷா is பிராணமய கோஷா. So இந்த அன்னமய physical பாடியை சுத்தி அதே கண்டூர்ல அதே மாதிரி இருக்கிறது ஒரு 1.5 inch, it is pranamaya kosha. And surrounding the pranamaya kosha is wherever manomaya kosha இருக்கு. manomaya kosha is nothing but emotional body ன்னு சொல்றோம். இந்த மனோமய கோஷால தான் எல்லா எமோஷன்ஸும் ப்ராசஸிங் பண்றது. அந்த மனோமய கோஷாவை சரவுண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறது விஞ்ஞானமய kosha. So Vijnanamaya kosha is also known as Bisron. எல்லா தாட்ஸும் ஆறது இந்த விஞ்ஞானமய கோஷால தான். Every thought is completely processed in the விஞ்ஞானமய கோஷா. So ஆனந்தமய கோஷாங்கிறது கடைசி ஒண்ணு, that is the bliss sheath. So it is Vinyanamaya kosha and Manomaya kosha on the mind oda component. Mind energy landa, it is just like, completely created. Whereas Anandamaya kosha is created from the soul. So the soul mind combination da nama consciousness nu solrom. So for every birth, we get a new body and we get a new pranamaya kosha. So at the time of death, the astral body in சொல்ற மனோமய கோஷா விஞ்ஞானமய கோஷா ஆனந்தமய கோஷா வந்து இது அதுதான் கான்சியஸ்னஸ், அதுதான் ஆஸ்ட்ரல் பாடின்னு சொல்றோம். அந்த ஆஸ்ட்ரல் பாடி இட் will leave. இந்த பிராணமய கோஷா will take about 72 hours to dissolve. நம்ம பிசிக்கல் பாடியை கிரிமேஷன் இல்ல ஏதோ ஒண்ணு பண்ணி we just like kind of do the last rites. So these are the 5 sheets. So இப்ப இதுதான் ஆரா. So in the aura the 5 sheets irukku. So how this is connected abdina, how we are just like come to know about it, though we have like now the Killian photography to GDV. So nammaloda scriptures la nariya edathila they have referred it. So every philosophy like which is like accepted this concept. So adha ungalku potiruken, how in from Greek to Vedanta to Anipesant Theosophical Society, even Buddhism, how it has like completely understood this. So in the prana, when we are taking the prana, we take the prana basically through 3 ways. Food directly cherishes the Annamaya kosha and every other kosha, and also through water and through breathing. So we do nasal breathing as well as auric breathing, cellular level breathing. So with all these 3 ways, we take in the prana shakti, and when it is coming into prana shakti, it is converted into 5 different pranas. And on the 5 different pranas, other different work they do. Okay. So this is what I just put it. So how when the white light is coming through the prism, it segregates itself into 7 different colors. Same way, when the prana shakti enters into the aura, depending on the consciousness, it divided into 5 different pranas, and every prana goes into consumed by one chakra and used for different functionalities. Okay. So what is working at the Mooladhara level? So we are going to talk about 7 chakras. First, let us understand this 5 different pranas. Okay. So apana is the one which is completely helping us to push anything out of the body. Okay. So apana, when the from everyday excretion to reproduction fluid going out, menstruation blood going out to delivery, apana is useful. Samana is the one which is helping for the digestion. Prana is there in completely in the chest area, heart area, and udana is where from neck upwards it is udana, and vyana is the one which is there completely surrounding, circulating, making all the blood circulation, everything possible. So that is coming through the swadhisthana. So adan the hara chakra nu solittu Chinese and Japanese say that is the center of our power, because it helps the circulation of all other pranas as well as it gives for the energy for the entire body. Okay. So now let us talk about see how this prana is coming into the body. So like how we have the blood circulation has many capillaries, veins, same way the nervous system, same way even the pranic shakti is coming in through its own system, but they are invisible. So these are called nadis nama Indian scriptures la, and they are known as meridian in Chinese and Japanese cultures. Okay. So these are various nadis, small nadis. There are, see, some Shiva Shamsida talk about almost 72,000 nadis, and Yoga Shikshana is also talk about 33,000 nadis. So there are many nadis. because they are invisible. And we understand there are this is the one, like this picture is available in the library in Mysore palace itself, and also in Nepal. So there are so many places this is available. Okay, but all these nadis, when they are coming into the body and they converge, okay, so somewhere they get aggregated, joint ஆயிட்டு at almost ஒரு 7 placesல they come into the body. So though there are about 72,000, they some say 33,000, 14 of them said to be very important. And the 14 liyum majorly 3 are very important. That is Sushumna, which is a completely central nadi, which is almost aligned with our Merudanda, or in scriptures it's called Merudanda. So normally it is our spine. Okay, that is Sushumna. And left of Sushumna is the Ida. Right is Pingala. Okay, so these 3 are important. So all the nadi are coming and joining the chief nadi, Sushumna. Okay, so when they are joining, and that is where it becomes such a huge movement is seen. The whirlpool, like kind of a vertex is seen. So they called it as chakra because it is spinning like a wheel. Chakra mari solladhu அப்படிம்பாங்க உள்ள வரும்போது, அதனால அது சக்கரான்னு பேரு. Okay, so just think of it, or if there is a distribution, electricity distribution on the street, so directly if it is individual houses, they'll be just giving direct connection. If there is a cluster of apartment, then there will be an installation of a transformer there, because the amount of distribution happen to a individual house is completely different from how it is distributed to an apartment complex. So every apartment complex, whether it is a 4 apartment or 8 apartment, there will be a transformer, because that is how the energy can be energy flux can be handled. So in the body, so we have got this kind of 7 places, a kind of the huge movement, almost it resembles the transformer kind of a movement. So what is there behind? Why such a kind of a heavy influx, heavy movement of pranic energy in those 7 centers? So when we see that way only, we understand this these 7 centers are also directly connected to the heavyweight champions in the body. So these are the endocrine glands, and in turn a system which is completely handled by this particular hormone which is getting released to the blood. So that is where, because the energy intake is very heavy in these areas, they become a huge channels there, and they are called chakras. The 7 transformers in the system is known as 7 chakras. Okay, so at the base it is called Mooladhara or root. Is on the just at the tip of the spine, coccyx area la irukku. Next, sacrum region, we have Swadhisthana or sacral chakra. The stomach la irukkiradhu solar plexus or Manipura. Heart chakra or Anahata in Sanskrit. And throat region, we have Vishuddha or throat chakra. And here in the forehead, it is Anya, or in English third eye. And top of the head, almost, it is called Sahasrara, or it is crown in English. Okay, so now when people are coming, based on the parameters, the minute they can come into, the camera can just take and it can give this kind of a reading nowadays. So this is one person's who is having kind of she had menstrual issues. So you can just see only her Swadhisthana chakra or the sacral chakra is bit not aligned. Okay, so now let us talk about what are these chakras, just to understand the concept in much more better way. So we think of like everybody uses computer. We are using this. So now, like, to connecting with for this meeting, everybody is joining through the computer. Okay, so let us take that. So in the computer, we have the hardware. So that is our physical body. If you think of it, we are like a supercomputers. So the hardware is the physical body. The software is a mind. Because software நீங்க பார்க்க முடியாது. Same way mind பார்க்க முடியாது. It is an ethereal component. So the people can get brain tumor, they cannot get mind tumor. Okay, so that is where this is software. So the software is the one which is runs the entire physical body, the hardware. So then where are chakras coming? If this is the hardware and software, the body is the hardware, mind is a software, soul is the one which energizes. Soul is the battery and which knows how to draw the electricity. The battery knows once you plug in how to draw electricity and distribute it to the hardware. Same way, soul knows how to draw the energy. It is a power supply. It draws the energy through the chakras, through the nadis, and supply to the physical body. Okay, so the chakras are the conduit through which the soul is bringing in the energy. So computer the battery poiduthnaka, you cannot make use of the hardware and software. Same way, the minute soul goes, along with that, mind is also like kind of like backed up and just gone. Only hardware is left out. Okay, so here we talked about 7 chakras. The first three chakras energy, we call it as the lower chakras. The root, the Mooladhara chakra, up to stomach area. Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha. This மூணு வந்து basic chakras, lower chakras சொல்லுவோம், because they are connected with the primary function of their energy is utilized for survival, procreation, reproduction, and also creating a healthy ego and taking action so that we can survive in the world. Whereas there is from heart onwards, it completely defines our psychological makeup, learning, becoming wise, and reaching to the self-realization that is there in Sahasrara. So that way we just learn how to live together, communicate with each other, gain knowledge and wisdom, and connect with the spiritual realm. So this is the chakra functioning அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். So உங்களுக்கு பாத்தீங்கன்னாக்கா இந்த 7 chakras, how they are located. Okay, so for the crown and the root, it is only one way. From the crown வந்து cosmic channel ல இருந்து டைரக்டா எனர்ஜி வந்துட்டே இருக்கு. For the root chakra, through the Mooladhara and through the feet ல வந்து minor chakras இருக்கு. இது மூலமா we are just taking the earth energy. In the cosmic energy and the earth energy, அது ஃபுல்லா வந்து mix ஆயிட்டு it becomes a current inside the body. And along with that, we also draw energy from the horizontal current. So for the 5 other chakras, starting from Swadhisthana, solar plexus, that is Manipuraga, heart, throat, apro bro chakra. Idu anjukume you have even how we have an inlet channel, we have the outlet channel also. So front chakras irukku, back chakras irukku. So whereas for the crown and the root, the glands. So now let us forget about the chakras for a minute. Let us talk about the glands. So these are the even the physicians, I think a lot of people are there from the medical fraternity. So they just say talk about these glands. What are these glands? They produce hormones. So if you think about the glands, they are nothing but the biochemical factories. Hormones are nothing but the biochemicals. So they are biochemical factories. So input on the bloodstream landu varudhu. So with the nutrients and all this, they just like produce. Output is the hormones they produce, that itself becomes the output. So factory we have the input and output. So power supply enga irundhu varudhu abdinaka, power supply is this chakras. That's where I talked about the transformer, because they are located in such a way closer to this glands. We can just like earlier the clairvoyance அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம் இல்லையா, people வந்து who can just see beyond things. நம்மளோட வந்து கேமராஸ் கில்லியன் போட்டோகிராஃபிலாம் வரதுக்கு முன்னாடியே they understood. யாருக்காச்சும் ஸ்டமக்ல வந்து ஒரு மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் டார்க்கா இருந்தது, that whirlpool motion கம்மியா இருந்ததுனாக்கா they can just say that like just take care of your stomach, what you eat, your digestion, you might have a problem. Before 1 week itself it will come in the pranic body before it becomes a physical problem at the body level. Because the minute there is a electricity supply is gone, and the production will be like little bit like hampered. So 24/7 supply இருக்கும்போது 3 system 3 shift போகும். நமக்கு electricity supply shortage ஆயிடுச்சுனாக்கா then 2 shift, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு covid situationல maybe single shift அப்படின்னு போற மாதிரி, depending on the power supply the hormone level also will vary. Okay, and then what regulates this power supply is what we are going to look at it. So now you understand, because the prana shakti is the one is also required along with the whatever the nutrients coming through the blood. So along with the nutrients we do require the pranic energy for these glands to function well. Then only the hormones can be like produced adequate. If overworking chakra also will create a problem, underworking chakra also will create a problem. Okay, so thyroid on the, if it is like the gland is like, underworking or overworking, it is hyperthyroid to hypothyroid. So same way like every system. Okay, so let us see that like the connection. Though like it is adrenal gland is a little bit above, but Mooladhara is the one which is supplying energy to the adrenal gland. The sacral is the one which supplies energy to all the reproductive glands. Okay, and the entire stomach region is energized. The pancreas is energized by the solar plexus. Pancreas, livers, and the internal whatever is there in stomach region energized by stomach, the solar plexus. Thymus plays an important role in immunity, and as well as the heart chakra, it gives like energy to thymus as well as the heart. And throat chakra, Vishuddhi chakra, energizes the thyroid gland. And so we can just like see that both pituitary and pineal are energized by crown and the Agnya chakras. Okay, so let us just see what are the physiological functions and what is the corresponding nerve plexus. So at the base of the spine, the root coccygeal nerve plexus, and the physiological function is flight fight response, and it also like supports bone and skeletal system. Endocrine gland is adrenal gland. Sacral, lumbar or sacral plexus, reproductive system, sexual functions and elimination and water regulation. Gonads and ovaries. Solar plexus, digestion and assimilation and muscle, it gives strength to muscle. Pancreas, heart, cardiac plexus, heart and blood circulatory system. Electromagnetic field generator, that is your aura, and immune system maintenance, thymus. Throat, cervical and pharyngeal. Respiratory, lungs, larynx, pharynx. Metabolism, so that's where thyroid problem impacts the metabolism. And calcium regulation, thyroid and parathyroid. Third eye, see the carotid plexus. Lower brain, atomic nervous system, hormonal, physiological regulation. Pituitary, the corresponding gland is pituitary. Crown, so cerebral plexus. Upper brain, central nervous system, circadian rhythms, and pineal. This is the gland. Okay, so now as I talked about like from the cosmic energy, like the crown is completely drawing all the time, whereas from the mother earth also these two have unlimited supplies. So whereas the horizontal currents we need to manage. Okay. So because there is an inlet and outlet, how if the inlet and outlet is balanced, that chakra, it will contribute to that chakra being well balanced. See, for example, let me take one example of throat chakra. So the throat chakra, we have for everything, we have one jnanendriya, one karmendriya. So jnanendriya naka ungalku vandu input organ is jnanendriya. Okay. So ears become the jnanendriya organ. The five sensory organs la ears become the input. So we take in the shabda. How then that much energy is with you. How much is the energy you have taken? Only that much you can spend. So your karmendriya becomes your mouth and speech. So how much you listen and that much you speak, you're balancing the horizontal current. But if you're not able to listen and if you keep on speaking, that means you are almost there is the account balance illa. So உங்களுக்கு ஸ்பீக்கிங்க்கு எனர்ஜி எங்க இருந்து வரணும்? You may either withdraw from the closest, either from the crown chakra or from other chakra. So அப்போ வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து imbalance start ஆகும். So இப்போ balanced இருக்கணும்னாக்கா, if karmendriyas and jnanendriyas are completely balanced, so then the chakras also will be balanced. Along with that, we also have in the body. So I talked about the hardware. The hardware வந்து not only motherboard, உங்களுக்கு வந்து hard disk-ம் இருக்கு. So central processing unit இருக்கு. So அந்த கான்செப்டே கம்ப்யூட்டர் கான்செப்டே எடுத்துட்டோம்னாக்கா, the CPU, central processing unit, becomes your brain in the physical body. The motherboard and CPU is your brain. Where is the hard disk? So a lot of the research have proved that we store the memory. We store the memories in entire body. So physical cellular memories. So depending on what is the kind of the memory related with, adu oru mari undu, we are just having one library system, or it is a kind of a storage system. Okay. So we talked about lower three chakras, solar plexus, sacral and root, about survival and it is about everyday reality. Heart chakra is about love, and throat is about communication, and brow is about the vision, intuition, and crown is our connection with the spiritual realm. So now we have come from the spiritual realm here to experience life on earth. So for us to experience life on earth, the basic adhara is a root chakra. So that way we store anything and everything about our survival is also stored in the area energized by the root chakra. Okay. So just below the root chakra, entire abdomen, thighs, legs and up to feet become your storage area. And anything about sensual pleasures, anything about enjoyment of life is stored in the sacrum region. Anything about will, anything about your own healthy identity, who am I, what do I do, what kind of a personality I am, all that is stored along your Manipura chakra, that is in your stomach region. All your love affairs, matters with the heart, நம்மளோட இதயத்தோட சம்பந்தப்பட்ட எல்லாமே, love, emotion, relationships எல்லாமே வந்து the heart regionல ஸ்டோர் பண்றோம். Anything related to communication is there, vision, mission, எல்லாமே planning, எல்லாமே just energized by the brow chakra, and it's stored in our facial region. Okay. So the crown is oneness with the universe. அது வந்து storage ஒன்னும் ரொம்ப இல்லை. So இப்போ என்ன problem? So whatever is the storage area, if we can, the experiences can be only two types. One, you go through experience, you like it, you're comfortable with it. So normally in the normal world we say, oh, very good. So either we say good or bad, winning, losing. So winning and losing ஒண்ணும் கிடையாது. Good and bad, everything is experience. The minute good and bad, everything is experience, அப்படின்னாக்கா we become wisdom. We become wise. அப்போ ஒரு problem இல்ல. We have an emotional charge associated with that. Along with the emotional charge, we store in the physical body. When it goes to your memory library only, problem starts. Because it not only now, the prana has to give energy to the physical organ, physical cell, muscle, tissue, and organ gland associated with that. Along with that, it also need to keep on energizing that experience, because the experience has some emotional charge. Even that emotional charge requires that electromagnetic current vibration. To keep our anger alive, we require energy. We keep our fear alive, we require energy. We keep our shame alive, we require energy. So that's where it becomes complicated. The chakras energy, whatever it's coming through, is also consumed by the undigested emotions. So that's where we see most of the reasons, people normally now just say the reason behind almost most of the diseases is psychosomatic. It starts with the psychology level, at the mental emotional level, and then it becomes at the physical level. Okay, so just simple example, someone is working hard, so they can think that okay, by 4 o'clock I'll be able to complete it. So then they will have a lot of energy and enthusiasm. So around 3 o'clock, family member comes and says, okay, no, just come for 15 minutes. One other guest have come. And you just left that for 15 minutes, come back. And you realize that that 15 minutes become crucial and you will not be able to complete within 4 o'clock. Since you're not able to complete it as planned by you or as dictated by somebody, and that the rush becomes stress, and you all of a sudden you feel the energy drop, and I won't be able to complete. So then we postpone it. So that becomes the planning. Only when we plan for planning, we take the energy through the bro chakra. Only when we complete whatever we planned, that energy return back to bro chakra for further process. That is the horizontal current. If that planning has consumed some energy, but it is stuck half, you postponed it till you complete it, that part of the energy is stuck there. And slightly we develop a headache. Starting with that slight headache, and we'll see how much of an issues we develop with this emotional issues. That's what we are going to see. Now let us see one by one the 7 chakras. Okay. So the location of the root chakra, the very first chakra, is at the base of spine. The Sanskrit name Muladhara. Mula means root, Adhara. And since our body is made up of Panchatattva, and even the energy coming through it, and also every chakra also represent one element. That means the root chakra energizes everything which belongs to earth element in our body. So what are the earth element in our body? Anything which is solid, that is completely with energized by the earth element, that is root chakra. So the senses smell, and the male sexual organ, as well as adrenaline. For the female section, the root chakra becomes the issue. So now, if it is somebody is the well-balanced root chakra, so how the person will be? So நீங்க அப்படி பாத்தீங்கன்னாக்கா, so the person we say is a very centered person. ஏன்னா ஓகே சலோ ஒரு 5 minutes லேட் ஆயிடுச்சுனாக்கா பரவாயில்ல கொடுப்பா. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கிரவுண்டட், ஒரு இண்டிபெண்டன்ட், ஒரு பாய்ஸ்ட், ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ட்ரஸ்டிங் இருக்கும் அவங்க கிட்ட. So they can So that way they can just this is the well balanced root chakra. அப்படினாக்கா அவங்களோட problems எதுவும் இருக்காது, அடியில நல்லா ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆயிட்டு அர்த்தம். So suppose if it is like overworking அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னாக்கா they become very dominating or like overbearing, bossy. So underworking naka romba fearful ah irupanga. So males will feel sexually inadequate and all that. And also grounding issue nu solranga. Grounding issue அப்படினாக்கா நிறைய fibromyalgia is a grounding issue. So இந்த மாதிரி மூவிங் பெயின் அப்படிம்பாங்க. அந்த பெயினுக்கு வந்து ஒரு இடமே இருக்காது. ஸோ நமக்கு எர்த் அப்படின்னா எனிதிங் சாலிட்னாக்கா அதுக்கு ஒரு பிளேஸ் இருக்கு, இட் ஒன்ட் பி மூவ். ஸோ இது கம்ப்ளீட்லி மூவிங் அப்படின்னாக்கா அதுக்கு ஒரு கிரவுண்டிங்கே இல்லை. ஸோ அதனால தான் உங்களுக்கு வந்து இந்த மூவிங் பெயின்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஒரு ஃபைப்ரோமயல்ஜியான்னு போட்டுறாங்க. அது ஃபைப்ரோமயல்ஜியால அப்சல்யூட்லி ரூட் சக்கரா ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் தான். anything like related to bones, hips, the lower area, like lower part of the body, and solid teeth, hair, nails எல்லாமே இந்த உங்களுக்கு வந்து மெயின்லி வந்து ரூட் சக்கரா, எஸ்பெஷலி லைக் தி back, lower back pain. So moola means like that is completely like adhara. What is the adhara of life அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா one lineல சொல்லணும்னாக்கா திருவள்ளுவர் சொன்ன மாதிரி வந்து this world revolves around the finance. So the financial problem இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு back pain கண்டிப்பா இருக்கும். So anybody comes with a back pain, you can just say almost 90% of the time it is something about the financial worry. Look for fear. Illanaka they have huge, and again earth represents the mother element. If with motherly figures, if they have a lot of anger also, it will be affecting their earth element in the body. So these are the issues. Sciatica, mothering nature. The sciatica irukka ladies ku mukkavasi either வந்து they will have lot of worry about their kids. வளர்ந்துட்டு இருப்பாங்க, ஐயோ பொண்ணு செட்டில் ஆகல, பையன் வந்து யோஸ்ல இன்னும் வேலை கிடைக்காம இருக்கான், அது மாதிரி ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இருந்துட்டே இருக்கும். Constipation, holding on to the past. So obesity is like there is a fear, so they want to hold on to something. So the body also mimic and it is holding on to the weight. So these are the problems related to the root chakra malfunctioning. Okay. So either overworking adrenaline, they'll be like completely going behind work, money, and thriving, but like they will be neglecting like sacral chakra. So the root chakra perisaitranga, there is no, they cannot even enjoy vacation with the family. Okay. So arthritis. So idellame vandu ungalku root chakra problem. So the fear, anger, you need to look for. Okay. So now let us move on to the second chakra. So this is between the navel and genital at the lower part of the abdomen. Swadhisthana அப்படினாக்க the sweetness னு அர்த்தம். So the basic வந்து ஒரு if you're going for a say ஒரு வீட்டுக்கு போறோம், எங்க சாப்பிட போறோம்னாக்கா, if you're just hungry, first you will not even realize what is the taste of the food. Once the hunger is satiated, ஒரு பசி முடிஞ்சிடுச்சுன்னா அடுத்து ருசிக்கு போகும். So அதே மாதிரி so basic survival is taken care அப்படினாக்கா the next chakra is Swadhisthana, where we look for refined pleasures of life. So the tattva governing this chakra is water. So whatever is like running in the body, the fluid element ellame is energized by the Swadhisthana chakra. So அப்படி பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா blood, all the blood circulation, reproductive system, lymphatic system, அது எல்லாமே இதுல தான் வந்துட்டு உங்களுக்கு எனர்ஜைஸ் ஆகுது. So any problem with like blood pressure to reproductive issues to ovary, menstrual problems, PCOD, so அது எல்லாமே வந்து it is a problem of water element, the Swadhisthana issue. So if the person is balanced, so this person will be very friendly, passionate about whatever they are doing, very sexually confident about their looks and sexuality, playful, and overall a very pleasant personality. So if in the malfunction வரும்போது If it is overworking abdinaka, they become manipulative. They want everybody to like them. They want to be the center of attention all the time. அந்த மாதிரி கிரேவிங் இருக்கும் எல்லாத்துக்கும். தட் கிரேவிங் பிகம்ஸ் ஈவன் கிரேவிங் ஃபார் ஸ்வீட்ஸ் எல்லாம். அதனால அடிக்ஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் இந்த சக்ரா ப்ராப்ளம்ல தான் வருது உங்களுக்கு. அண்டர் ஒர்க்கிங் அப்படின்னாக்கா ரொம்ப ஷை, ரொம்ப அஃப்ரைட், they will not be able to interact, and as soon as they have kind of a martyr mari or enjoy பண்ணவே தெரியாது. They don't enjoy because this தத்துவமே வந்து enjoyment of life. So நீங்க எல்லாரும் கடைக்கு போயிட்டு வாங்க, மாலுக்கு போயிட்டு வாங்க, மூவிக்கு போயிட்டு வாங்க, I will just cook அப்படின்ற the some of the housewife syndromes and all that martyrdom comes from this. Or some of the fathers or some figures, son will be having hi-fi mobile, and he will be roaming around with one small Nokia, and he will not be having any mind to spend for himself. So that is the Swadhisthana chakra is very minimalized. So there is underworking Swadhisthana chakra because they are not drawing energy towards putting any effort towards enjoying lives. So pathina malfunction on the importance, frigidity, and ladies ki pa nariya PCOD problems varudhu because what they feel is there is a kind of a guilt. So they want to be feminine, they also want to be male. And the conflict தான் most of the ladies develop PCOD. So there is a fear, and then I may have to give up my enjoyment what I'm having the freedom. So in the working women நிறைய பேருக்கு PCOD நான் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு along with 3 years up point இருக்கு, 4 years up point இருக்கு, then the doctor will refer go for some kind of other work also, then they will come. So when I looked at it, most of the time this is a conflict about accepting the femininity in them. So that is where the guilt of I need to get married, but I don't want to give up. So these are the things which will create blocked sacral chakra, and in turn create all these ovarian problems and the kidney. The kidneys, anybody, 90% of the urinary infection for married ladies pissed off with their husbands. You can just say kidney stones for men, I would say, they are irritated with wives, and all that suppressed anger becomes stone and sitting in their kidneys. So you can just say, because it's a very simple, because with so many kind of the work has been done in even in US and all that, and we have they have just kind of see there is a book by Heal Your Life by Louis L.K. அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ அவங்க வந்துட்டு ஒரு 30 yearsக்கு முன்னாடி that book. After there are so many PhDs done on that, which is kind of now but அவங்க வந்து இந்த சக்ரா கான்செப்ட் எடுத்துட்டு வராம டைரக்டா வந்து ஒரு அஃபர்மேஷன் மாதிரி கொடுத்துருவாங்க. மெட்டாபிசிக்கல் ரீசன் ஃபார் யூரினரி இன்ஃபெக்ஷன், pissed off with a partner அப்படிமாங்க. So now இதுல வந்து நம்மளோட ஸ்கிரிப்சர்ஸ்ல கிளீனா சொல்றாங்க, வாட்டர் தத்வா இஸ் energized by the Swadhisthana. So எங்கெல்லாம் வந்து வாட்டர் இருக்கோ, அது ப்ராப்ளம் அதுல வருதோ, அது எல்லாமே Swadhisthana malfunctioning தான். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு டைரக்டா நீங்க வந்து இதை வந்து கோரிலேட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ என்ன ஏரியாஸ், ஜெனிட்டல், பிளாடர், சர்க்குலேட்டரி சிஸ்டம் அண்ட் ஆல் த பாடிலி ஃப்ளூயிட்ஸ் எல்லாமே இதுல தான் வருது. பிளட் ப்ரெஷர். ஸோ ப்ளஷர் இல்லைனாக்கா ப்ரெஷர், வெரி சிம்பிள். So encourage them to just enjoy, give up stress. அவ்வளவுதான் blood pressure. So the third one, so solar plexus, this is at the navel center. So it's called Manipura Sanskrit la அப்படினாக்க shining jewel. So this is the center of our being. So without this center, like a sun, how the sun is the one energizing the entire solar system, our solar plexus, the Agni here is the one which is helping in the digestion of the food, and along with that sending all that digesting the nutrients and making the body alive, okay, and lively. So this also this element, the senses sight, sensory organ is eyes, because wherever there is a fire element, the light element, there you get this Manipura chakra is energizing that. இங்க இருக்க glands வந்து again pancreas and liver. So somebody who's very confident personality. So they have respect for self and others. Or outgoing, problem solving. Neither where they need to be bossy, they will be. So if you need to discipline the kids, you will be disciplining. But you know where to also just give them just how to get jobs done. Delegation management. This is a kind of good manager. So we are not talking about the aristocrat. So அந்த ஒரு arrogance வந்துட்டுனாக்கா it becomes overpowering. So அங்கதான் imbalance start ஆகுது. So if somebody is having diabetes அப்படினாக்கா either they'll be too dominating or by nature or too timid, because இது ரெண்டுமே imbalance கொண்டு வரது. Either they had gone through a lot of bitter experiences in life, and that has taken away their power to have respect for self and others. And the confidence illa constant worry irukum. So all this produces the malfunction of this chakra. So once Manipura is imbalanced, it can lead to diabetes, ulcer, acidity. So the acidity problem, indigestion problem. So இந்த ஜர்ட் அப்படின்ட்டு அதுக்கு நிறைய பேர் வருவாங்க. என்ன இந்த ஆசிட் ரிஃப்ளெக்ஸ் இருந்துட்டே இருக்கு, ப்ராப்ளமா இருக்கு, இந்த 3 years சாப்பிட்டுட்டு இருக்கேன். The simple என்னன்னாக்கா ஏதோ somebody is either one if it is a male, I will straight away after 2 sessions he will open up and tell wife ரொம்ப புடுங்குறாங்க. So it is problem constantly coming, some nagging issue which they are not able to stomach. So this is a stomaching of anger and insult. So you can only digest the food. You cannot digest the anger, insult and all those. So those are the issues which create the issue at the solar plexus. Okay. So problems can just from stomach, liver, gallbladder problems, pancreas, small intestine. இது எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு solar plexus imbalanceல தான் வருது. Main pancreas. So the next one is the heart. So the heart it's center of our where almost the soul is also there அப்படின்ட்டு சொல்றோம். அங்க anahata. So the element is air. So you have both heart and lungs is situated there only. So they are energized by the heart chakra, as well as the shoulders and as well as hands. Okay. The sensory organ is skin, gland is thymus, and thymus have important role in our immunity. Okay. So what is if it is properly working heart chakra means the person will be very loving, compassionate, empathetic. They can have empathy, and they are filled with more or less peace and harmony. The ups and downs irukum, but more or less they can come back to the normalcy, and they are content generally with their relationships, with their love life, and they are forgiving. Okay. So malfunction comes when it is little bit so they feel that being unloved. There's a lot of anger and they are not able to forgive past. A lot of grief, self-pity, or they are not there is a jealousy. Why am I like this? There is a comparison to jealousy, and there is a blaming and the neediness. The loss need not be the personal relationship loss. Many times the loss of money. அதனால தான் நம்ம olden moviesல the heroine marriage fix ஆயிருக்கும், ஒரு மொபைல் ஃபோன் பத்தி சாரி ஒரு ஃபோன் வரும் லேண்ட்லைன்ல, business loss and heroine father will get heart attack. Any loss which is sudden can be it can just immediately become a blocker for the heart chakra. So look for any relationship breakage or any loss of job, loss of money. Anything can be the issue for the malfunction of the heart chakra. It can lead to heart problems, to asthma. The sacral chakra and heart chakra combination da ungalku blood pressure. So even though people are very stressed, if they take on that stressful job because they want to serve their loved ones, அது balance பண்ணிடும். if ayyo nan vandu pannanume and I'm not being loved for the amount of effort I am putting in சொல்லும்போது and the imbalance ஆகுது. Okay, so heart disease and breast cancer and arthritis இது எல்லாமே வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து malfunction of like the heart chakra. So arthritis எல்லாமே autoimmune diseaseல வரது எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு வந்து heart chakra issues ஆயிடுது. Again, anything to do with the shoulders. Okay, so shoulders, hands, lungs, heart, autoimmune diseases எல்லாம் heart chakra issues. So when I just say look for this, these are the blockers. So grief, self-pity, jealousy, blaming, neediness, idellame the blockers for the heart chakra. So throat chakra, visuddhi, and meaning is purified. It is like the element is space, akash. Senses, hearing, sensory organ is ears, glands is thyroid. Functional, if it is fully functional, the person can communicate freely. So nallave they can talk authentically, romba open ah pesuvanga, and possess lot of creativity or verbal ability, power of speech. They can be like very inspired in kind of like they can just also like musically talented. Okay, or any kind of a musical talent is good. So malfunction, frequent sore throats, and not able to speak in public, fear of public speaking, and majorly nowadays I see lot of thyroid problems. So I've like handled many thyroid problems with like at least many, even men. So if you just like look for ஒரு childhoodல ஒரு dominant parent இருந்தாங்க, இல்ல childhood like the growing stagesல they felt very ஒரு tough on a life situationsல they would have produced, they would have kind of like created a negative belief about themselves. I am not good enough, and I am not good enough is the killer for the throat chakra. So behind most of the thyroid, I am not good enough will be hiding. So the I am not good enough எடுத்துட்டு அவங்களுக்கு நீங்க if you just give them the you're good enough அப்படின்னு சொன்னாலே they'll come out of the thyroid along with whatever the medication. Okay, so the lack of communication, so silent child syndrome. So the dominant parenting or certain household will put so much of a restriction. So this all will the create a thyroid issues later on. And areas other than thyroid, any problem with the neck, shoulders, hands, and throat, mouth, idall ungalku vandu it's all like throat chakra issues. So middle of the forehead is the bro chakra or anya chakra, third eye. So the meaning is center of the command, like the light. The element is light. The panchatatvas, beyond panchatatvas, it's light. Senses, intuition, and thinking. Sensory organ on the mind illa. On the glands, pituitary functions on the it's a functional one. They will have good intuition. So most of the successful people are capable of like bringing a good decision, balancing their normal like intellect and intuition. So intelligence like logical reasoning along with intuition down you make it become like very successful personality. So they'll be such a kind of personalities, very charismatic leaders, and they can meditate, they can keep quiet. So seen as wise people, and they seem to be knowing their purpose. Whatever they do, they are completely like involved with that, and they could accept that role in wherever they are. Okay, இது ஒரு ஹவுஸ் ஒய்ஃபா கூட இருக்கலாம், but they know that like they enjoy doing that role. That means that is their purpose, and their anya chakra will be completely balanced. Okay, so they feel basically if they think that they are living a meaningful life, then there is no problem. But I am doing so many things, I'm not able to find a meaning. So that's where the stress comes and bro chakra gets blocked. So this is the starting of all the migraines and headache. Long laundry list of to do things, I don't know what to do first. Everything seems equally important. It cannot be that way. So we all have only 24 hours. So So somebody who's not all the time cribbing, I'm not able to balance my work and life, most likely the Anya chakra is slowly getting blocked. Slowly they will get like, nightmares, eye strain, blurred vision. So they cannot see the big picture. So they can get easily confused at the kind of like, the worst, like headaches and migraine and little bit of a sinus. We are not like, we cannot think much, but this also like, controls other things. Okay. So in effect, like, so for example, thyroid and these two work together. Okay. So the last one is the Sahasrara. So this is the pineal gland. The pineal gland will be like, they talk about like, it is a very small, almost like a நம்ம ஒரு பாதாம் சைஸ்ல தான் இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறாங்க. It looks like an eye. Okay. So but that is the one which where like, both the all this like, the 6 chakras are taking you there. அதனால நம்மளோட சட்சக்கர நிருபனா is the scripture we majorly refer for chakra related concepts. They talk about only 6 chakras. The 7th chakra is like, it is nothing but the huge vertex where we need to just like, take this, whatever the kundli shakti, we need to take it back. That means if all the 6 chakras are balanced, and finally you will be like, feeling one with the universe. So that's where you are like, very spiritually evolved, and you're filled with wisdom and compassion and understanding of the entire life. So that is the good functioning of the Sahasrara chakra. So very rare this chakra will get blocked, and we do see a lot of blockage with a few people. In a head injuries can block Sahasrara chakra. Any issues with the authority figures, father figure or guru figure, will have a blockage in crown chakra. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது they will have depression easily. They'll get into depression, insomnia, ஒரு மாதிரி ஒரு apathy இருக்கும். ஒரு they won't be like, they able to empathize with people. So boredom, a little bit of a migraine also can be because of that. So you need to look for head injuries, or is there addiction to spirituality? ஸோ அது வந்து ஏதோ எஸ்கேபிசம் மாதிரி ஆயிடும். மற்ற எல்லாம் ஏதோ பிளாக் ஆயிருக்கு, அதுக்கு காம்பன்சேட் பண்றதுக்கு தே பிகம் அடிக்டட் டு ஸ்பிரிச்சுவாலிட்டி, கிரேவிங் ஃபார் பாப்புலாரிட்டி, ஆர் தே மே பி டூ செல்ஃபிஷ். ஸோ if this could be the one, which then it will be like, the insomnia or like, depression, you can just see through. So the most of the times like, it is a right eye and it impacts the sleep cycles and upper brain. Okay. So this is how all the 7 chakras, if they are well balanced, people can have a very healthy emotional well-being, thereby the physical well-being. So the emotions, like, our thoughts produces the emotions. So from the emotions, if needs to come into the body, it becomes a feeling. So for the emotion to move into the body from manomaya kosha to the physical body, annamaya kosha, the pranamaya kosha becomes a conduit. So the prana is used for converting emotion which is there at the emotional body level, when it is becoming a feeling in the body, and it has like, if it is a good feeling, it will energize. If it is an undigested negative feeling, then it consumes prana, thereby depleting the prana shakti which is required for that particular part of the body or that particular part of the organ. Okay. So this is how the malfunctions of the chakra starts, with the blockages coming from our like, understanding of like, how we are not able to digest certain situations, emotions in our life, and thereby it creates undigested emotions, feelings in as a memory and kept in the body, and that becomes a blockage, thereby the chakra is impaired. Okay. So if we understand this concept, so we can just like, really embrace our instincts and emotions and energy being and everything. There is nothing called failure. So everything is a feedback life. So either we go through an experience, either it is a winning experience or a learning experience. So if you think that it's a learning experience, we learn from it and we do something differently so that we can win it again. So when we think every experience is a winning or learning, so we become the rainbow being with complete understanding of whatever is life and filled with love, integrity, and our intuitive awareness connecting us to the spirit, the oneness. So then we'll be completely thrive in this life with a complete physical and emotional well-being. Okay, so this is how we can just live a very complete life. So this, with this we come to the end of this session. So now I'm just I'm open for any questions.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your informative session. Ma'am, 2 doubts வந்திருக்கு மேம் chatல.
Okay. One second. Okay. So there is from Arun Kumar, how the aura makes impact on endocrine glands. See, aura is nothing but the energy body. So in the energy body, we have 7 chakras. Through these chakras, the endocrine glands are supplied with pranic energy. That is the connection. So the complete electricity system, if you think it is an electricity system, so with all this, if you take a house, so we have all this wiring and all that. So that we call it as the electricity network. So the nadis and electricity network are same. So they comprise the aura. So because they are nothing but nadis with the electromagnetic force, because they are invisible, they carry that electromagnetic current of prana. So they create the aura. But this conduits from the electricity, it comes to the main board and distributed to every room. So with you have the circuit boards. So like that, the chakras distribute energies to different parts of the body, and in certain parts of the body there are particular organ and glands. That's how the endocrine glands are associated with chakras. Okay, so by treating aura energy or the biomagnetic field, is there any way to increase our aura energy? Yes. So see, simply there are meditating on the even the colors. So meditating on the colors. There are bija mantras. Bija mantras are nothing but the vibrations coming from shabda. Okay, so the lam vam and all that, just they also activate the chakras. Okay, so there are many ways we can just heal the chakra energies. Simply in meditation, putting that various colors around that area also will help. You have crystals, you have any blocked energies. For example, fear and financial issues can block the root chakra. So then that person has to do something about about relieving the financial problem. The minute they are into that process, either or it is accepting. So some way they need to manage their finances, then the root chakra problem will go off. So that's how we need to remove the blockages. The minute we remove the blockages, automatically the chakra functioning will happen. How do we protect aura from negative energies? Any exercise or mantras? Okay, so simply imagining white light surrounding your aura, almost morning and evening. Or a white light just feel that it is coming, huge shaft of white light is coming from above and entering through your head crown la vandittu, and it is completely spreading into your aura, and you are surrounded by this shining, sparkling, either golden silvery light or silvery white light. This is about 30 seconds. If you can hold on to this, that itself will become a protection for your aura. No negativity can just impact you, but it will hold for only 24 hours. Every 24 hours you need to redo this. So yeah, there are for each chakra there is a petal, and the petals have different meanings. So this becomes like the huge. That's where it takes about when we do a chakra workshop, it goes for about 2 days, because every petal has one tattva in it. See, that's the big concept. And the lowest frequency is a root chakra, because it is a dense, because it needs to the earth energy. So then from the earth, the energy frequency is becoming lighter and lighter. Finally, when it is coming to the Sahasrara, so again from red to violet. Okay, when you say the red is the very heavy energy, the 400 heads to 400 to 700. So that be reverse song like a Sahasrara. Okay, so yeah, binaural. See, the binaural beats and alpha waves are available in various platforms. It is good. You can make use of it, because any meditation is good. Okay, but except those people who are not grounded. So if you are having a root chakra problem, and it is not advisable for you to meditate for more than the amount of minutes multiplied by your age. If somebody is 30 years old, if they are having root chakra problem, so go through that like a root chakra slide I covered. If you are having a root chakra issues, you cannot meditate beyond 30 minutes. If you are 50-year-old, if you have a root chakra issue, you can only meditate at 50 minutes, not more than that, because it will make you ungrounded. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Normally when clients come to me with they will come for various issues. They either they come for a physical issue, means we are normally we just say how long you have been taking medication, because it is a common sense approach. With whatever the current we are doing, we need to do multiple ways of getting back our health. The first and foremost is diagnosis need to be done only by the professionally qualified physicians, okay, or any stream. So no, they are people will come to therapists and counselors only last. That way it is good in India. Nobody will come, I have a problem, not we are not the first person to come. So they need to explore and see what is the issue. And if that can be if it is because it has come at the physical level. If it has come at the physical level, if somebody is having throbbing pain, no therapy will work. First they need to be attended by the physicians. Whenever it becomes chronic, or even with medication it is not going only the physical issues, they need to then we go at the emotional level, and also at the thought level. Some of the issues even which has gone up to even the past life, maybe we may not be carrying it from the current life. Some of the back pain, so if they don't have a financial issues, but it has gone back to maybe in the past life regression, there is a spear pierced at the back. So at some point in time that past life has woken up. So there are rare cases, I would say to amount 20% it can come from the past life, but 80% is the current life issues. So we we work through various means, from through meditations, guidance through meditations, to regression into childhood issues, to past life. So various means only removing the blockages from the chakras. That's it. Also changing the pattern, how they perceive. For example, many thyroid clients I worked with. So they believe that somewhere they are inadequate. So how it has come because of the childhood conditioning. So when the kid is silenced all the time, and the kid feels I'm not good enough to speak. So as an adult, they don't have the guts to speak out. They don't believe in their capability to communicate. So this we need to obviously into the age regression, and then make them understand this is the fear of the 5-year-old. You are now 40-year-old. You don't have to be worried about making a presentation in front of your manager like that. Okay. So yeah, so these are the ways you can just look through that I just given in the PPT, look far. So these are the ways you can just look. If you are already you are doing if you are a medical practitioner, maybe you need to have kind of an eye for what could be. If along with thyroid, I feel maybe you people can just look for where is this silent child is hiding. Or it is urinary tract infection, because I had a lady who had come to me for 6 years of continuous the UTI. Okay. And and the frequency is every 20 minutes she need to pee, and it was very unbearable for her. Okay, so and the Ayurveda doctor finally said it is completely like your psychological issues only, like because he has been treating her for so many years, and every now and then every stood like it is a constant irritation with husband. And somewhere like we made her understand, okay, not everybody is same. So that acceptance, once it came, so if you like if other person is irritating you cannot change the other person. How you react to him can be changed. So if you work around that, that's why like the therapy session comes in handy. Okay, so see, so action can be simply done itself, like it will be there. The only thing is, the trick is when you are like inhaling, you need to inhale the full breath, and you are just like exhaling that whatever you started with the lam bija, that will, when it is just like when you're exhaling, it will just activate. For example, lam. When I just breathe it out completely, and I started with la and breathe it out completely, you will feel the activation at the like your lower like coccyx region. Okay, so that is that's how you need to just like use the bija mantras that can activate. Okay, so and most of our mantras are completely like chakra activation, either from like Lalita chakra activation only. Okay, so you can just like do any of that also. So most of our mantras are inbuilt. It is inbuilt. Okay, you can just do if you are spiritually like oriented, or simply you're not like the puja type and mantra chanting type, but simply bija mantras you can chant. Okay, so yeah, you can use the bija mantras, and as well as colors. See, one client of mine had digestion issues, and see, at one point in time when like it was he's doing so many things, I just told him like violet to red with gear from crown to root. So solar plexus is yellow. So I asked him, okay, take a huge cotton, yellow cotton kind of like cloth and tie it around. So he tied it and it worked for him. Okay, for about like 1.5 months. People who are having grounding issues. In a mother earth energy illa now with the COVID situation, grounding will be much problem because we are not keeping our slippers. We need to be like barefoot so that we take mother energy. Okay, or simply wearing red dress will give you like lot of money. Okay, so Pancha Mahabhutas, yeah, I connected with 5 chakras, and of course, like the 2 other chakras, light and like the super consciousness. Root is earth, sacral is water, fire is solar plexus, air is like your anahata, heart chakra, and the space is throat, and light energy. Light is like the beyond 5 elements. Sixth element is the light, that is like your anya, and the super consciousness, that is your sahasrara. Okay, so the solar plexus, you can just like just now talked, our chakras are always getting blocked. So we need to unblock them every night by, see, see, I talked about like the well-being, like if you feel you are completely grounded and your whatever we look at others is always like the mirror of what we fail to do. And you love others, in fact they will like you, they will love you. So if everything is like that, it is a balanced chakras, there is no problem. The block means either you will feel that like the sticky emotions, fear, constant fear, root chakra is bit blocked, so there is a lot of guilt, sacral, lot of like the anger and shame, that is your solar plexus. lot of sadness, grief, kind of discontent with life, heart chakra problem, not able to speak. You're not able to say the truth. So ellame you need to say yes, or you need to keep telling white lies. You're not able to express your authentically. It's a throat chakra problem, and you're not able to visualize. There are many people, they cannot keep their eyes closed. Everything is dark. They cannot even close your eyes and visualize. Whether you can visualize a beautiful scenery, then your blow chakra is open. Otherwise it is blocked. So if you understand what is blocking, then you need to unblock it. So yes, each day you can just do one thing. Yes. Okay. Okay. So someone says can you please say how the Om mantra should be pronounced perfectly? Where should be increased. Okay. See, we have that we said the Sushumna, the Ida and Pingala. Okay. So the Om sound is and Im. Okay. As for activating the Ida, Om makes a sound, goes through the Pingala, and the Im finally draws the current through the Sushumna. Okay. So we need to start it with A, go into O, and finish it with So that is the way the Om should be. It is actually Om. It is Aum. Okay. That's how you need to just chant it. Okay. See. You need to increase it. Okay. So you can just I'm just making it quick because it can go for few more seconds also. You need to practice. I'm just yeah, we'll finish. Yes, because I need to close it now. Okay. So yeah, maybe we can just take it offline, because I think our time
Okay,
slot is
okay,
up.
ma'am. Okay. Okay. Dr. Pavitra.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for your wonderful session, ma'am. Your whole session was very informative, and your explanation about panchakosas, pranas, nadis was too good, ma'am. The chakras, auras, and how they related to our mind, body was quite interesting. The relation between chakras and endocrine glands was very useful, ma'am. And what you said, psychomotive deviation is the reason for physical disorder, is very much needed for current situation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your informative speech. I would like to thank Mrs.Saainirmala Raghunathan Perumall for her informative speech on behalf of Agathiru Tamil Martham channel, and I'll thank all participants for their active participation. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.